What was the school rebel you will never forget? I'll be honest, I hate homework. I'm not a bad student, but when I walked into history empty-handed, no 20-page paper on the civil rights movement, Mr. Harrison didn't hesitate. He's meticulous, almost robotic, and lives by the deadline. A 0 and a 3-day suspension. Just for a piece of paper. The punishment felt totally unjust, and that's when I decided, if he was going to ruin my week, I was going to ruin his system. I called my plan the switch, and it was aimed directly at Mr. Harrison's obsessive need for order. On the third night of my suspension, I managed to sneak into the school and find room 301. My revenge was surgical. I started small, swapping the 2 perfectly sharpened pencils on his desk, reversing the rainbow order of the whiteboard markers, and nudging the entire stack of 5 textbooks forward by a precise centimeter. Nothing was damaged, everything was just wrong. My masterpiece, though, was his color-coded grading system. He had 4 folders labeled: red, to grade; blue, returned; yellow, parent notes; and green, upcoming. With intense care, I swapped the entire inner contents of all 4 folders. The labels on the outside were still correct, but the contents inside were fundamentally corrupted. The system looked fine, but it was designed to implode the moment he tried to use it. The next morning I watched the show. Mr. Harrison strode in, paused, and frowned at the slightly altered position of the chalk. He sat down to grade, reached for the red-to-be-graded folder, and found the stack of blank next week assignments. "What in the—" he muttered. He spent the next 20 minutes frantically opening, closing, and shaking the folders. His perfect world was dissolving into chaos, and he couldn't even figure out what had happened, only that everything was in the wrong place. Finally, he threw his hands up. "Class," he announced, totally flustered, "we are going to start with an impromptu pop quiz." I seemed to be having a logistical issue. I smiled, quietly enjoying the pure satisfaction of my victory. His beautiful, ordered world was broken. The suspension was totally worth it.